Lamont Roach has started off promoting his upcoming fight. He joined the Inside the Ring show where Ryan Garcia was on there, and he had a lot to say. Number one, he feels like he can stop Pitbull Cruz and beat Pitbull worse than he's ever been beaten. Obviously taking a shot at Gervonta Tank Davis. Then he takes a more direct shot at Tank Davis, saying he don't really rock with Tank. They was cordial, but everything changed when Tank Davis disrespected him. Let's talk about all that in this video, man. Smash a like, sub to the channel, share the video. Turn on your notifications. We are live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday night at 7:30. Also live Sunday mornings with the Singing OG KQKC Boxing Network. Sunday mornings, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Lamont Roach thinks he can stop Pitbull Cruz and beat him worse than he's ever been beaten. I can't wait to see this fight. I can't wait to see this fight. We get to find out if Lamont Roach is a one-hit wonder like George Kambosos, where he had one good performance. Now, he didn't win the fight like George Kambosos, but George Kambosos fought better than he usually fights against Timalifu Telefimu. Timalifu Telefimu didn't look as good as he normally looked, and that recipe made for George Kambosos to get the W. Lamont Roach stepped up to the plate against Gervonta Tank Davis, fought better than anyone expected for him to fight. Tank Davis didn't fight nearly as good as people expected him to fight, but fortunately for Tank, he's a way better fighter than Timalifu, and they end up fighting to a draw. But Lamont Roach has been able to parlay that draw, the surviving Gervonta Tank Davis draw. He's been able to parlay that shit into a fight with Pitbull Cruz. And so now, when talking about Pitbull, he's talking about stopping him. He's talking about beating him worse than he's ever been beaten. We'll see. This newfound fame, this newfound stardom that y'all say he got, we're going to see if he live up to it against Pitbull Cruz. Because Pitbull going to definitely be on his ass like white on rice. We all know that. We know what it is. Can he beat Pitbull worse than he's ever been beaten? I don't know. Does Lamont Roach have the tools and the skills to outbox Pitbull Cruz? Yes, he does. Yes, he does. But if this turns into a brawl, if he allows Pitbull to get ahead of steam and keep coming at him and making him move around the ring constantly and all of that shit, Lamont Roach ain't one with the great feet. He's good at catching and shooting. He's good at countering. He's good at exchanging with you and trying to catch you in between shots, but moving around the ring, outboxing you, staying on the move, fighting off the back foot, how Rayo was able to do Pitbull, how Tank was able to do Pitbull. Lamont Roach ain't that. So I can't wait to see how this shit look and see the fight. So we'll see if he's able to live up to that. Then obviously, as you might have expected, you won't see a single Lamont Roach interview leading up to this fight where Tank Davis doesn't become the topic of conversation. And as expected, Lamont Roach, there's no love lost between him and Tank. They need to settle that shit in the ring, in my opinion. Everybody knows that's what I think, and I hope we get to see that rematch one day. With that being said, though, I got to set the record straight. Lamont Roach said that, and here's what I mean by that. Number one, cut the crybaby shit out, bro. Oh, he disrespected me. We was cordial. We was cool. He do stuff that I don't like. Just like you may do stuff that I don't like, Ryan. But, Ryan, you ain't never disrespected me. He disrespected me. And so, I don't be going for that, bro. First of all, I don't like that crybaby shit. Because y'all boxers, y'all fighters, y'all said a lot of disrespectful shit to each other. Last I checked. Number two, if we just keeping tallies, you disrespected him first. You've been disrespecting Tank Davis since y'all been little boys, bro. Lamont Roach has fought Tank Davis 2 times in the amateurs, I believe. Somebody go correct me if I'm wrong. And then 1 time professionally. Maybe they fought 3 times in the amateurs. But I think I might be correct. I think they fought twice in the amateurs, right? And then 1 time professionally. 2 of their 3 fights, Lamont Roach disrespected the decision of the fight by trying to go petition and get the shit overturned. You disrespected him with that shit, bro. And then on both occasions, he was supposed to be your homeboy. Y'all supposed to be cordial. Y'all didn't tell him y'all was going. Y'all didn't tell his team, Calvin Ford and them, your daddy. They ain't sit down and get together and say, look, bro, we gonna petition. Here's why y'all didn't do that shit neither time. You disrespected that man and built your name off his back after y'all's draw. Lying and shit, acting like you won, talking shit about the man every interview that you got. building your name off his back, building your name off his back, making a whole damn Twitch channel and reacting to the fight y'all had 15 times, shitting on him or whatever. You did that shit first, bro. While Lamont Roach was doing all that shit, y'all excuse me, we walking these dogs. While Lamont Roach was doing all that shit, the whole time, Tank Davis was quiet as a church mouse. He wasn't saying shit. He was in the lab working, trying to get his shit together, but he ended up, fucking off, making a bad decision with his baby mama. We all know the history is the history, and we know we at where we at right now. But if you go to that shit, Lamont started that shit. Then when they started building the fight early in June, before Tank got in the issue and the rematch was headed to fruition, they was disrespecting each other. They was disrespecting the shit out of each other, bro. So what are we talking about? I don't like no coy playing that. Like, people do that shit here on YouTube too. Cats will be mad disrespectful to you, right? Allow disrespect to happen to you when you come by their platforms and shit. Then when you snap off on their ass and you cook their ass, then they play the victim and shit and act like you the one that's tripping. You the one that's being emotional. You the one that got a certain type of energy. That's what Lamont Roach is doing here too, acting like a straight sucker, bro. Acting like a female. Nah, stand on that shit, bro. Don't get in front of the camera. Oh, man, he disrespected me. We was cordial. We was cool, but he disrespected me. Man, he disrespected that man first. The whole world sat up there and watch you say, oh, I don't believe he got nothing in his eye. That shit should have been a knockdown. And then you use that same shit to try to petition to get the damn shit overturned in your favor. You did something so grimy, you were willing to have your legal team make an argument that you yourself didn't believe in just to try to get a victory, bro. Email to your ass. Y'all, man, man, we were talking about this shit on the live stream, bro. This generation of fighters, fam, this ain't what we grew up on, man. This ain't what I was watching in the 90s, bro. I can't go back to the 80s. I was born in 86. I remember it's back as far back to like 94, 95 when I really started just loving the sport of boxing, bro. When I was like 9, 10 years old, almost 30 years ago. Feel me? Like, this ain't what we grew up on, bro. These boys be crying, be acting soft, get emotional, want to be tag team champions, want to be brothers, fake brothers, and refuse to fight each other because they so close as friends. Like, man, this shit getting whacked, bro. And now I got to sit up here on the interview, man. Lamont Roach, talk your shit. Talk your shit. Don't be sounding like no, he sound like a scorned female. I thought this nigga was supposed to move on. I'm moving on. I ain't worried about that. I'm moving on. Sound like he hurt your feelings or something. Sound like your feelings is hurt, bro. Real talk. Sound like he hurt your feelings and you missing your friend and shit. Nah, bro, we ain't going for that. We ain't going for that at all, bro. At the end of the day, dog, boxing is better. This ain't gonna sound good to the average everyday person, but true fight fans gonna respect what I'm about to say, bro. Boxing is better. The fight game is better. When these fighters disrespect each other and when they don't like each other, bro. Like, this buddy stuff don't make for good fights. It don't make for good build up to the fights. It don't make for people to be intrigued and want to see you stand on what you said. That's not what make good fights, bro. The bad blood, the animosity, the storylines, the back and forth. That's what make you get in tune for the fight even more. That's really what sell pay-per-views and shit, to be real with you. That's what really make people want to go be in the city when y'all about to fight, because the tension be in the air and shit. You know what I mean? So Lamont Roach got to cut this stuff out. Come on, man. You walking. My older dog be getting lazy and mug. You walking, bro. Come on. But we just need to keep this in mind, bro, because it's like people try to rewrite history in boxing. Content creators try to rewrite history. Journalists try to rewrite history. And I was talking about this on the channel too yesterday, bro. Like, people don't even be honest and cover the sport. The honest coverage of this situation when it comes to, oh, Tank Davis disrespected Lamont Roach. Oh, Tank Davis disrespected Lamont Roach. That's what, like, he was so wrong for disrespecting Lamont Roach. Man, Lamont Roach started the disrespect, bro. I don't give a damn what y'all tell me. They disrespected each other, so who cares, number one. But number two, if you are that soft where you got to keep counting, oh, who was more disrespectful? Who disrespected somebody first? Lamont Roach started that shit. With his whole draw tour. He started that shit, bro. And you know what? Pop your shit. That's fine. Of course, we gonna come around and cover it and be like, nah, bro, you lying here, you lying there. But pop your shit. You ain't gotta shut up, pop your shit. But don't get to popping it and then people pop it back to you and now, oh, he disrespected me. We was cordial, we was cool, he disrespected me. Last I checked leading up to the fight, that man respected your moms. That man respected your skill set. That man respected everything about your team and everything, bro, that y'all had going on. The disrespect came after how you started behaving after the first fight. And quite honestly, Lamont Roach's behavior after the first fight was disrespectful to Tank. But it's cool. Pop your stuff. You're supposed to do that. You feel like you won. You feel like you cheated. You got some people riding with you that you feel like you got cheated. You got some people that's riding with you that feel like you won too. All right? Close-ass fight, tough-ass fight. You performed better than even you thought you would. Let's just keep it 100. And definitely better than the world thought you would. Pop your shit. But don't start now, bro, crying about somebody disrespecting you when you out here disrespecting as well, bro. That's especially when you the one that started the shit. You missed the petition. You missed the disrespect. You missed the petition, missed the suit. You done petitioned the man to get a W. You done tried to sue the man to try to get some money from him because he fighting Jake Paul. Like, bro, you been out here doing some disrespectful shit. Some underhanded, grimy, petty ass shit. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Quit worrying about Tank and worry about Pitbull, though. Because we need you to get to this rematch. Yeah, we need you to get to this rematch, bro. We need that shit ASAP Rocky. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash the like, sub to the channel. I'll see y'all soon. Peace.